Okay, it's time to make a quick update on these four push mowers. I do have one more, but it's not being included in this list for a few different reasons. It's gotten its own video in the past, so it's not part of this list. Please bear with me. I'm fighting a cold at the moment. I got sneezed on at some point last week, and ever since my second COVID shot, if I get sneezed on, coughed on, or anything like that, I'm sick. So please bear with me. Let's first start off with the Green Lawn Boy. I'm going to be going back and forth between the Green Lawn Boy and this one right here just to show some comparisons. Since this one's taken apart and the Green Lawn Boy is 100% together. And more on this one after the Green Lawn Boy. So the Green Lawn Boy, I had it up and running yesterday. It was running really, really good. I had it running for about 10 minutes straight. I was even cycling it, shutting it off, restarting it, shutting it off, restarting it. It did perfectly fine. I went to try and start it today. Nothing. It went back to doing exactly what it was doing. You prime it, runs for about maybe 15, 20 seconds and dies. Falls flat on its face. So I ended up biting the bullet. I dug into it. I took the carburetor off. I cleaned the carburetor, blew it out with compressed air. I swapped back its coil as well. It had this style of coil on it right here. So it has the original style coil back on it. Also, if the carburetor's on these, the easiest way to get them off is to pull the actual intake off, which I'll show you on this one here as well. You can get to the outside bolt without any issues, but that inside bolt is near to impossible to get even with the muffler off. I do recommend taking the muffler off of these when working on them. It just gives you that much more room to work. So when I took the intake off, the intake to the block had a split in it, the gasket. Someone's definitely been in here before since it also had mismatched bolts holding the intake to the block. The intake to the carburetor bolts were good. That gasket was also salvageable. So the intake to the block gasket, I ended up using RTV. I'm letting that RTV set up overnight. Then I will potentially try and restart this machine as well. I plan on going to get some fresh gas on this following weekend, and I'll start off with fresh gas in all these push mowers that I'm working on to put together and to get them done. So that's what's going on with the Green Lawn Boy. That's why it's in here, and it's kind of ticking me off at the moment. But that lawnmower is worth ticking me off since it's worth a bit of money. Back up and running. It also has a gator blade on it, so it's a halfway decent machine. And I do obviously have the bagger and everything for it. Next, this little Sears. I don't know what you would call that for color. I was originally thinking baby poop brown or something like that. This one here has been sitting out back since October 2021. I got it for scrap from a house. The lady wanted me to come in, clean up all the scrap. She gave me this part of the scrap. She knew nothing about it. I think it was at the house, which originally did belong to her sister, and it was there for many, many years prior. Uh, Despite what it looks like, the deck actually appears to be in halfway decent condition. There doesn't appear to be any major rust, holes, damage. The wheels are actually in decent shape on it as well. They're not hoops and casings since they're all one piece. If they were rubber wheels on rims, they'd be hoops and casings. But they're one piece, or pretty well one piece, glued together. So, anyways, this one here might not be as bad as it looks. Also, it's a bagger model. From selling those four brand new push mowers, so many people ask me, can you put a bagger on it? Can you put a bagger on it? That was the biggest question I kept on getting asked. So clearly people want mowers with baggers. So this one right here, I'm potentially going to try and get it back up and running. It's been in the trailer a few different times for scrap, and something's told me to get it back out and give it a chance. So I am going to give this mower a chance at running. The compression doesn't feel too bad. So we will definitely give this one a chance. And I think I got enough parts kicking around to actually put this one together and make it work, hopefully. And also, I should have a bag for it. Next, this red one right here, pretty much the same deal as the green Lawn Boy. It would run, and it was having difficulties, but really it was actually running halfway decent until it snapped the pull cord right here. So I do believe I have a replacement for that. So that's going to get replaced, put it back on, and hopefully this one will be done. But as you can see, I have pressure washed this one and it revealed some damage. So the plan is with this one at the moment, get it running and get it to the point where it's reliable, strip it down and paint it gloss black and be done with it. Since again, it is a bagger model, it should sell. People, like I said, do want these bagger model machines. So I'm hoping I can get this one done and I can get it fixed up and get it gone. Lastly, this one right here is the one I took in on trade for one of my brand new ones plus cash. I really wish I would not have done that. This one has been a total hoopty. First off, the lady said it needed the cable, it needed the bail cable for the to shut it, turn it on, help start it. It releases the spring and the brake pad. Anyways, I put that cable on there. I was able to get it running without the cable. I just basically tied it back with a zip tie. Obviously, after the lady had already left with the brand new mower, and it had issues. It pretty much had issues immediately. There was the sucking sound from the carburetor. It seemed like it has low compression as well. Really, overall, this one is in pretty bad condition. I'm pretty sure it was ran with no air filter, probably for a fairly long period of time. And I think they damaged the engine and it's probably beyond repair at this point. So unfortunately, this one right here is most likely going to be junk. And I just noticed that that's bolted on that way. I was hoping it's bolted on the other way. That kind of sucks. Anyways, and that is loose. I've had that one already apart a few times. So most likely this engine right here will be junk. I do potentially have plans for the deck. The deck is actually in really good shape. No, it's not a bagger, but it's a side discharge, which people do like as well. They don't like straight mulching machines. They want it to have either a bagger or a side discharge. I have an engine in one of the sheds that would bolt on here. I'm not going to say probably bolt on here. It would bolt on here. That might potentially repower the space. If for whatever reason it doesn't run, I'll probably sell this as is or sell it with no engine, just the deck and the new cable. And if someone has a rotted out deck, they can put their engine on it and get another few years out of their push mower. So that's the plan with this one right here. And that's the overall plan with all of these right now. Like I said before, I got to go out and get some fresh gas. So I'd like to start all of these off, the ones I'm going to get ready and put back together with fresh gas. So I don't have any risk of there being water in the gas, any contaminants in the gas. And hopefully everything will be all good with all of these. By the time you see this video, hopefully I will be feeling better. This video won't be uploaded until after the 21st of July, since I've made enough money out of Google for the month of July already. I can't make any more money. It'll screw with my other finances. So this video won't be released until after the 21st of July, and we'll go into next month's earnings hopefully, and I can get earnings for next month as well. So anyways, that's pretty much it for all of these. Suggestions, like always, please leave them in the comment section below. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.